All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Saturday, 29th of October. Wow, so we get into our Halloween edition now. Happy Halloween, everybody. And, well, we're going to resume our normal filming here the 1st of November, so this is the end of October for us. We've got a great offer for you going out today to finish out the month with all the great wines made in the world today. You know, for Cabernet Sauvignon, one of the greatest areas in all of the world is Napa Valley. You know, they do make good Cabernet Sauvignon in Mendocino, Sonoma, Paso Robles, Santa Ynez Valley, even in California. But my money, if I'm spending it on top-end, high-end California Cabernet Sauvignon, it's going to be from Napa Valley. And one of the greatest producers in Napa over the last 30 years, well, 36 vintages of reserve Cabernet for Robert Mondavi Winery. Robert Mondavi, you know, to me, if anyone deserves $100 for a bottle of Cabernet, it's him. What did he do in 1965? When he went out to start his own winery, he bought the greatest vineyard site in Napa Valley, Tokelon Vineyard. This 2007 vintage Robert Mondavi Reserve is 93% Tokelon Cabernet Sauvignon. You know, they had this wine up to about 25,000 cases in terms of production. Hard to make, you know, a really great wine at that production level. Much easier to make a great wine with a smaller production. Most of the top-level cult wines of Napa, they just make a few thousand cases. Now they're just below 10,000 cases with the Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon here at Robert Mondavi Winery. And since Constellation has taken over in 2004, a lot of people were a little worried that maybe, you know, big business has stepped in and, you know, these guys are going to just bulk up their production, try to sell it, you know, sell a lot more. Well, you know, they've done the exact opposite. Genevieve Jansen's, the winemaker here, was named Winemaker of the Year by the Wine Enthusiast last year. And like I said, I think they're making some of the best wines in the history of Robert Mondavi Winery today. And it's a shame none of the Mondavis are involved at Robert Mondavi Winery anymore. But like I said, their winemaker doing great work. And they still have those prime vineyards that Robert Mondavi bought in the late 60s. Tokelon, well, being one of the greatest vineyard sites in all of Napa Valley today. So check it out on today's email. We've got incredible selection of older vintage wines from Robert Mondavi Winery. We had the 82 vintage last night. Not even a great vintage from Napa Valley, but a fantastic wine. One of the wines of the night. Well, there's a lot of great wines on the table last night. It definitely stood up, being in the same class as the 85 Opus, 85 Mouton, the 98 Latour. An incredible tasting. You'll hear about it in What I Drank Yesterday coming up next week. But check it out. All of our Mondavi Reserve wines available in the store. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember,
always drink the good stuff first.